mind if I ask what you guys are filming for?
Oh, I'm just taking a video.
Alright, for what?
I can't really get into it right now while I'm doing it.
Please do not include me in any of your videos.
Too late.
You guys are gonna have to get out of here.
Sorry?
You guys are gonna have to get out of here.
We're gonna have to get out of here?
This is a medical place where people don't want... And you can't even tell him what you guys are doing?
Why would I have to tell anybody what I'm doing?
You got cameras in our store.
I don't have cameras in your store. I'm outside on the sidewalk.
Dude, you'll have to go, man. Seriously.
I have to go?
Yes, please.
From the public sidewalk?
As far as I know, yeah.
Why, though?
Why are you
What's the
filming?
reasoning by that? Why are you covering your face? That looks silly.
Oh my god.
It does.
Well,
We're grown men. What are you doing covering your face? It's foolish. Anyway, I'll talk to
okay.
you.
Have a great day. You'll have to move.
Why do I have to move? I'm asking you what the reasoning is
Oh my
behind
god.
that.
Because people don't
I'm sorry, I'm not Pavlov's dog. I'm going to ask a question if you give me an order.
Okay, then I'll just call the cops then.
Call the cops?
If you want me to, yeah, then you can deal with
I don't
them.
want you to call. Please don't call the cops. Why would I want you to call the cops?
First of all, you're not even telling me what you're doing.
Well, why would I have to? Go across the border, man. They're waiting for you.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, so now you're a hypocrite. You're taking my picture.
I'm not doing that. First of all.
Don't you think that's a little hypocritical?
I'm not going to answer your questions. Cops
Okay.
are coming here, man, so...
The cops are coming?
Yes, they are.
So you called the police
Sure did.
on a couple of guys taking pictures.
Yeah, because you won't even tell me
You're
what you're
a
doing.
true American.
I'm not even going to...
Why would I have to tell you what I'm doing, man?
Have a good day.
See, you just want to make statements, but there's no
sovereign
reasoning. There's no
citizen.
reasoning behind you. Sovereign your ass. Go smoke your weed and relax, man. Get a grip. Yeah, you heard me. Fat boy.
Hey, Mo.
How we doing, boss?
How's it going today?
All right. Same as yesterday.
So what's up with the picture taking?
Oh, you tell me.
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of crimes in town lately and thefts and stuff, and to sit out in front of a cannabis shop and start taking pictures of the building, what's the purpose behind it?
You think if I'm planning to come rob this cannabis shop, which you're insinuating, I'm going to show up with all this equipment in the middle of broad daylight?
I'm just asking a simple question.
You know what? That's a foolish way to think. I'm not even going to entertain that question.
No?
No.
So what's the purpose of the cameras?
To take pictures and video.
For what purpose?
For whatever purpose I choose. What do you mean? That's a silly question.
We
You
don't-
just got out of your car without even speaking to me, without even introducing yourself.
We received a call on it already. That you guys did the same thing at the post office last week.
Last week? I wasn't here last week.
Or Thursday or Friday or whatever it was.
I wasn't here Thursday or Friday.
So that's why I'm here to ask you a question.
See, now so you're assuming two things. You're assuming I'm going to rob the cannabis store,
Well, it's
and you're assuming that I was the guy at the
I'm
post
not saying
office
that you're
last
gonna
week.
do anything. I'm asking
What's your name
you a
and badge
question.
number?
Right there.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Well, the
You want me to
cameras
just
are
take a
running,
shot
right?
at it?
Go ahead.
How do you pronounce it?
Belanger.
Belanger. Okay, and what's your badge number?
405.
405. Now, do you want to start all over again and try to be professional?
I am being professional.
No, you're really not.
I'm asking you a
No,
question.
you're really not. You just walked up
So
and
what's your
accused me-
name? What's your name, sir?
None of your business.
Really?
Yeah, really. What do you mean? It's a foolish thing to say, my friend.
405 to Port Kent.
I'm walking down the street, okay, visiting your town with my son, and we decided to walk down Main Street, downtown, and get some video of your town, and this is the reception that I get from the police
405
department here? What is the issue with taking video?
You have 400 or 401 to assist me here?
Yeah, you better, what is that, supervisor?
Like I said, all I did is come here to ask you guys a simple question.
All right, well, like
Both
I
of you.
said, you want to start all over again and be professional?
All right.
Maybe
So
not accuse me of
I'm not
committing a
accusing you
crime?
of anything.
Sure, you got out of your car and talked
I
about
asked you a
somebody
question. I
robbing
said,
the cannabis store.
You know, we've had thefts in town, so I've asked you a question. All right. So what's the purpose of the picture taking?
I'm traveling with my son taking
Okay,
video.
See that's an honest answer, right?
But it's none of your business.
What? I
Why
mean,
would that be your business?
Because if something happens in town, we have records showing, hey, listen, there was somebody doing something over there. I'm not.
So
assuming
you
that
equate
guys-
somebody taking pictures with a possible crime?
We want to know.
You want to know? That's
simple as that. I'm not.
so.
saying
So
you
all right.
guys.
So let's take it down a notch. Let's de-escalate here a second. Let's talk man to man. Okay.
All right.
So your concern is that I'm out here with this amount of equipment, standing here in broad daylight, taking photographs and video, and I'm planning a robbery.
I'm not assuming that you're planning a robbery. I'm not assuming nothing. I
Okay.
I asked you a question of what you're doing.
Well, I am not planning anything. There's nothing nefarious going on here.
Okay, good.
You haven't seen anything nefarious going on here. There's no hint of anything
I just asked
nefarious.
you guys what the
Right.
I mean, we don't see people out here with, I don't know how much this equipment's worth, but you don't see it every day. People out here just taking pictures of.
I'm gonna stand on this side just because the sun's blasting me in the eye here.
Yeah.
Not really comfortable, but so what does that mean? Anything unusual? I mean, you don't see people riding down the street on a unicycle in a pink tutu, but if you did, you're gonna stop them and ask them what they're doing?
No.
Right.
But you wouldn't assume anything of a person riding. I'm not being racist or biased or anything else in that for that manner.
Well,
I came here to ask you a simple question.
All right. So what I think, just to give you one man's opinion, I think what you should have done is you should have done a drive-by, evaluate with your own eyes what you see is going on, right? Then you come back, you speak to both parties, you do your investigation, you ask your questions, and you find out what's going on.
There was somebody standing in front of the cannabis place,
right,
with cameras taking pictures.
Perfectly legal, constitutionally protected activity.
Not saying that it's not.
Okay.
So, but they were concerned that you guys had cameras outside.
All right. So let me ask you a fair question: are you here to uphold my constitutional rights, or are you here to uphold their feelings?
I'm here.
What are you here
to
for?
make sure that nobody has their rights taken away from them, and that if something happens to be where the law is broken, that's where my job comes in.
Your job comes in when the law is broken, correct? Has there been any law broken so far?
Listen, I'll have you talk to my sergeant. He can address you better than.
Okay,
than
very good.
I mean, you don't want to answer the question to me?
I'm having the conversation with you. Don't look for issues.
No, all I'm saying is that, listen, I asked you a question, why the cameras were out, and you didn't give me an answer.
Because of the way you got out of your car. Respect is not given out for free, it's earned. So you want to earn somebody's respect, that's what you do. Right? How we doing, Sarge?
What's going on?
Just out on your sidewalk taking a little video and photographs, and evidently Officer Belanger, is that how you pronounce that?
Yep.
Has equated that with the possibility that we might be up to something nefarious, planning a robbery of the cannabis store.
So basically what happened is a couple people had called. Someone called initially back when you guys were at the post office.
Okay.
And then they called, and then somebody else
And
called.
just to be clear, post office 15 minutes ago, not last week.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't get the call. I knew it was, you guys had been out there before.
So
Okay.
yeah, I guess basically it's not illegal to be recording.
Of course it's not.
So I guess we were just concerned because we didn't know why, and people are calling. So when people call, we kind of have to.
And you know what?
up.
The way, see, this is what I was trying to tell you, Officer Belanger.
Yep.
The sergeant here, there's a reason he's got those stripes on his arm.
Correct.
You got out of your car, okay?
Yep.
Being very respectful,
Yep.
asking the right questions,
Okay.
in the right tone,
Yep.
and we're having a cordial conversation,
Yeah.
which is a voluntary conversation. I don't even
Yeah.
need to be speaking to you.
No.
I can just tell you I don't have a word to say to you, go away, leave me alone.
Yeah, if
and that's
you
exactly what you would do.
Yeah.
But I'm not being that guy. I'm trying
No,
to have
and I appreciate
but
it.
this gentleman get out of the car. First words out of his mouth is, well, we don't know if you're planning to some kind of a robbery
First
here at
words
the
out of
cannabis store.
my mouth was, what are you doing on the sidewalk with the camera?
And I said to you, I'm taking video and pictures.
Yeah, and I
That's
asked
all you
for
need
what
to know.
For what purpose?
And I said that's none of your business.
That's exactly.
And that is none of his business, correct?
I mean, I'm curious too, but I'm not saying that you need to tell me.
Curiosity and your business are two different things. And you're being very professional,
Yeah.
so I'm just,
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
down off of the conversation with him.
And that's fine.
But what I want you to understand is,
Yeah.
okay, and the same question I asked Officer Belanger,
Yeah.
okay, he has to decide whether he's here to protect my constitutional rights, which is what he swore to do,
Yeah.
swore an oath to do, or if he's here to protect people's feelings.
Right.
That's your question. So, and I get people's feelings.
Yeah, and I guess our concern is if we keep getting phone calls, we kind of have to follow up. We
Well,
can't
I don't know.
just say don't worry about it. We kind of have to go.
Well, another option, okay, and I'm not telling you how to do your job,
Yep, that's
but
fine.
another option is to drive by, observe with your own eyes what's going on, and if you don't see anything nefarious, you keep going.
Yeah,
In
so-
some cases, right? That happens.
Thank you. So yeah, so I mean, like you said, you can drive by, but I was coming back from another call. Officer Belanger was already here, so
Okay.
I came directly here.
Okay.
But like I said, we got the call about the post office earlier, and I figured, well, okay, if they're just recording, they're just recording.
Right.
But as we keep getting calls, then we kind
Well,
of
I think the cannabis store probably told you a little bit more of a dramatic story.
They may have. I don't even know.
I'm
the call,
gonna
to be honest.
I'm gonna do a public information request for the 911 call, so we'll see what they told you.
I don't even. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't even know if it came in 911. I don't even know how. It
Whatever
came
it was, we'll get the phone call. But
in. Yeah. Okay.
part of my concern here also is not just upholding my right to take photographs and video.
Yep.
Part of my concern is people calling up the police department and sensationalizing something and having you come in hot or with some idea in your head that there's something going on that may not be, just because they got upset and they want to drama everything up and ramp it up, and then you get here expecting something that's not going on.
Yeah, and
so you didn't do that here today, but Officer Belanger might have been on that page a little bit.
So I mean,
all I was asking is the question as to what y'all were doing. I simply asked the question. But what's the reason for the cameras and the picture
No, you were
taking?
getting a little upset.
I was not.
Sure you were. Sure you were.
Well, I mean, if
Sure
that's
you
what you felt, then you felt that.
what's your first name so I can be on a first name basis?
You know what? You are being respectful, so I'll
Yep.
give you my friend. That's the only reason I'm giving it to
Yep,
you.
and
Otherwise,
I
I'd tell you to
and I
kick rocks.
appreciate it. Yep.
So my first name's Jason.
Jason. Okay.
Yep.
So Jason.
And you'll figure out who I am. I'm not hiding who I am.
Okay, and that's fine. So Jason, the only thing is, if a business is calling, just out of respect for a business, I guess.
Right.
If you would avoid videoing after, if they've called and they don't want you videotaping, I guess out of respect for the business and their right.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to answer that for you, and you just thought of the answer I'm going to give you. You know what I'm going to say.
Honest, you have the right to do so.
No, not only that. How much are they respecting my right to be out here taking video? And now you want me to respect their right to privacy when they're on Main Street with 5x6 glass windows?
And I get that.
Yep,
I completely get that.
I plan to hang out here and video a little longer after you guys leave.
Okay.
Normally I probably would have been gone already.
Okay.
But they decided to create a situation out of it, and here we are.
Okay. And that's fine.
You guys are allowed to videotape all you want.
Well, you've got a whole brand new attitude now at the sergeant's
No,
here.
like I said, I just came here to
and you'll
ask
see the video,
questions.
Sarge.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Well, listen, my camera's running too.
Yeah, but your cameras, that video tends to disappear sometimes.
It's not
This
gonna
one
disappear.
doesn't.
So
I'm live streaming to the internet right now.
So that's fine, Jason. I got no issue with this. If you want to record, you have the right to record.
I know that.
Like I said,
And I appreciate you acknowledging that.
Yep.
And I would also appreciate if you would uphold and defend my right to be out here.
And like I said,
Not only do I want you to acknowledge the fact that I can do that,
Yep.
I want you to defend that right, because that's an oath you took and you swore to do.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm not telling you can't do it, and I'm not telling you have to leave. I'm not doing that.
No, what you should be telling me is you're going to go inside and educate these folks. And I think that you're in a very unique position, okay? Because I think a lot of the people in this country take what law enforcement as an authority figure says and values that very much. So if you go in there and tell him I'm breaking the law, he's going to be under the impression I'm breaking the law. If you go in there and tell him it's my right, they should leave me alone, I have a perfectly constitutional right, lawful right to be out here doing what I'm doing, they will accept that from you more than they'll accept it from me, because you're the authority.
And I will speak to them.
So you could also, by doing that and taking those steps each day, after a while you might condition everybody to realize that there's nothing to be afraid of when somebody's taking pictures.
Yeah.
Because right now they're conditioned to go into fear mode.
Well, and I think that we're from a smaller area, so we are kind of not necessarily guarded, but we don't normally see cameras out on Main Street. You know what I mean? It's not often that people are out recording on Main Street when there's nothing going on. So I think people just kind of look at that as what's the reasoning to it?
Well, all right, and I get that, and I'll give you that. But my question to you then would be, why does everybody's mind go to the negative? Why would you assume? Me personally, if I saw somebody out taking pictures, I would look over and see them taking pictures and carry on my day. I don't even care what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's none of my business. And why would I automatically think there's something nefarious happening?
Right. And like I said, I don't think you're doing anything wrong by videotaping. I don't care. That's fine. I got no problem with it. Okay.
Okay.
It'd be so as far as the law goes, it'd be different if you were say inside the store and recording, and they didn't want you to be inside.
Well, that's private property.
Then right.
Of
Then
course.
That's a different thing. But you're here on the sidewalk taking video. That's fine. I got no problem with that. Okay.
Okay.
So, I said I don't have an issue with it. I'll speak with them. I'll explain to them that you guys are in a public setting, that you can record and you can do stuff like that.
Okay.
So, I mean, just avoid if they come out and they start giving you a hard time, call us so we can at least intervene. And
if you go in there and tell them I'm within my rights and lawfully doing what I'm doing, they're not going to come out and say anything.
Doesn't necessarily mean that they'll agree with my explanation.
Well, if they want to go ahead and start an issue, then they can be conducting themselves disorderly or whatever they want to do.
And
I don't get into that.
Yeah, and I'd rather you call me if that ends up happening, so that way we can just get this all settled.
And I just want you to know, Officer Belanger, I'd like to end it on a good note with you. I like to leave things positive.
Listen, absolutely. Listen,
let me just tell you.
Anytime you're more than welcome to come into our town. Anytime.
Let me just tell you that what my purpose out here. This is my son.
Yeah, you stated that.
Well, I don't know if Sarge heard that. Right,
Yeah.
Sarge didn't know that. Yep. So the purpose of me being out here, is to simply exercise my right to take video and photographs in public.
Well, good.
Okay?
Yep.
Our Constitution's taken a proverbial ass kicking these days, right? And everybody likes to complain about it, but nobody does anything about it. Right. So in a very passive way, civil disobedience, whatever you want to call it. I'm out exercising my rights, and it's a shame that people see that as civil disobedience. But a camera's become an evil thing these days for some reason, and I'd like to get rid of that. And I'd also like to run into officers such as yourself. I would appreciate it if you would take the time in your mind to consider this, as I do, a learning experience. Everything that happens in life will make you a better person tomorrow if you see it that way, right? So maybe you've gotten a couple ideas of how you could have better handled this.
Oh, absolutely.
When you got out of your car.
I got out, and all I wanted to know was, the purpose of your being here. You've already explained it to me now.
But so what would you have done if I didn't explain it to you? If I just said I don't want to speak to you?
Well, that's fine. You didn't have to speak to me, right?
Well, it seemed like you were not happy with that answer.
Well, no.
I'll say that.
Because I get a call, as an officer, you come here, you say, well, what's the purpose of being out here?
Well, I would, like I was saying to the Sarge,
yeah.
I've been in a lot of situations where people will call up, literally. I have a camera, people will call up the police department and say he's threatening people, he's got a gun, he's doing this, he's doing that. Totally not true. Complete BS, yes. Made up, fabricated. And then you're driving here 90 miles an hour. Do you know what the leading cause of police officer deaths are in this country?
Well, suicides are number one, but then...
No, traffic accidents are number one. Suicides might be a close number two, which that's a whole nother conversation.
But yeah, anyway, that's...
So I don't need you guys coming in hot, code 3, when there's no reason for it.
And I don't know if you know, I didn't have lights and sirens, I didn't have anything.
No, not here today, but that happens.
Yeah,
because people...
Yeah.
So you have to, as well as I do, people love to exaggerate.
Right.
People call up the police and they'll tell you all kinds of tales, and then you get here and none of that's going on.
I'm not going to argue
so
that. So
all I'm saying is the next time you come across a guy with a camera or exercising any of their constitutional rights, being completely lawful, don't come in hot on them, man.
No.
Just get here and try to uphold the most important thing, even above enforcing the laws of the land, is to honor your oath to our Constitution. That is the law of the land. That's number one. Don't buy anything while you're in there.
Alright, so I explained it to him and stuff, and he understands you guys are just videotaping stuff.
Okay.
He said his biggest concern was that they do have medical marijuana users that like I guess basically like it to be private because it is a medical thing.
Right.
Which I guess I get that point in a way.
Okay.
Like I said, I have no issues you recording sidewalk and all that stuff, but as far as like sticking your cameras in, as far as for the rights of the people with medical marijuana,
right?
I guess if we can just respect their rights.
Well, that you're asking me to do it.
Yeah, and
let me explain to you how that works.
Yeah.
Okay. So, being that it's a medical facility, okay, they may have some HIPAA guidelines that they have to deal with.
Right.
Okay.
And that's kind of where I'm going with that.
Now, the way HIPAA works is, the only people that are bound by HIPAA rules and regulations are people that are trained and certified in HIPAA.
Okay.
Okay, that doesn't apply to me.
Okay.
So what the HIPAA rules and regulations state is that they are obligated to maintain the privacy of their patients.
Yeah, right.
I'm not.
Right, and
if they took somebody's private medical information and put it on the window, I could stand there and film it all day.
Right.
So just to come back at you with the theory of they're looking for privacy for their patients.
Right.
Like I said before, 5-foot by 6-foot glass windows on Main Street. There is no privacy.
And I get that. I guess that was his reason for calling is, I'm just kind of looking out for my...
Well, they could put blinds on the windows.
Yeah, and I agree
And did you
with
know
that.
in other states, it's maybe not, I guess not in Maine, but in other states, you, like in Colorado, it's unlawful for anybody to be able to see into the dispensary from the sidewalk.
Right, and I'd have to check on that because I'm not 100% sure if that's that way in Maine, but
he might have called the police on himself here today.
I almost think that it might be part of that, but I'll have to check into that part. Anyway, I guess that was his reason for calling, but just went about it in a bad way, I guess. But
definitely did.
Anyway.
And I'm glad there's a reason you got those stripes on your arm, and I appreciate. You know what? There's a lot of sergeants out there that aren't that way. And they get their guys in trouble, and they get other people in trouble, and it's all a bunch of hurt that doesn't need to happen.
Right.
And
I appreciate that. So. Anyway, like you said, Jason, you guys are all set.
All right, brother.
Meeting you guys, so.
Sergeant Albert, we appreciate you.
Take care.
You have a wonderful day.
This video captures a First Amendment audit in Fort Kent, Maine, where a simple act of public photography outside a cannabis dispensary turns into a full police response, and ultimately, a respectful constitutional lesson for everyone involved. It starts when the auditor films from the public sidewalk. A store employee comes out angrily demanding he stop recording, claiming it's a medical facility and threatening to call the cops. The auditor calmly reminds him sidewalks are public space and the First Amendment protects the right to record from there. When police arrive, things get tense. Officer Belanger immediately assumes the worst, suggesting the cameraman could be planning a robbery because of his filming equipment. The auditor pushes back, explaining he's simply documenting public spaces with his son. His calm, professional tone exposes how many officers jump straight to suspicion instead of understanding citizens' rights. But the situation turns around when Sergeant Albert arrives. Unlike Belanger, he listens, de-escalates, and confirms the truth. Recording in public is 100% legal. He even promises to educate the staff inside the dispensary, explaining that public photography is not a threat, it's a right. By the end, the auditor and Sergeant Albert part on good terms, both emphasizing mutual respect and the importance of upholding the Constitution over feelings. This video is a perfect example of how a bad start can end right, when officers choose to honor their oath and citizens refuse to back down from their rights. Let's keep going.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Are you working here or anything?
Am I
It's
working?
a private property.
Oh, it's not a private property. I'll suggest you educate yourself.
You know everything is not in this.
I might too.
This is trespassing.
Oh, it's not trespassing. What's your name and your badge number?
This is the officer said 7145, okay?
Thank you.
Let me call a supervisor for you,
Oh,
okay?
okay, sounds
So
good.
we can take it from there. What's up, bud?
Hey, how's it going? How are you?
Good.
May I have your name?
Sergeant Master, it's right here on my,
What's your badge number?
it's right here on my shirt.
I can't. Can you? 2435.
You got it.
Thank you.
So what do we need today?
Nothing much. Just gathering content for a story. That's
For a
all.
story?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have any ill intent or.
Well, I'm
You know,
sure. I
yeah.
understand that.
I mean, he thinks this is a private property.
This is private property.
How
He's
is
correct.
how is it private property?
Because this is a police station. This is a private lot.
How is it a private lot? The police station is a public entity.
Public building, but yes,
Yeah.
there's certain areas where you can and cannot go. You understand? It's a
Well-
private lot. So like, if the officer tells you that you're not supposed to be here, if you don't have any police business, you don't have any business here, then yes, you technically will be trespassing.
That's not how it works. This is a public space.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Every member of the public has a right to be here to observe what you do,
Yes.
what you do
Yes, you're correct.
during the course of your duties.
Yeah, yes,
All
yes.
right, so you cannot
Well,
trespass me.
this is a private lot. You understand?
How is it-
I'm notifying you right now.
You keep saying it's a
This-
private lot.
This is private. Yes. It's
How can it be private? It's a police department.
Right.
Okay.
There
so
is
here-
It's a police station.
Sir?
The only public access is in front of the building.
There's nothing private about this
Let me
space.
explain it to
That's
you,
why
Okay.
the doors on the building.
Go ahead.
All right. So if you decide not to leave,
Okay.
and we arrest you for the trespassing, then you can explain to the judge that this is a private lot and public lot. You can have that argument with the judge, okay? But
So-
not with us.
So you're telling me that if
I'm telling you now,
if I don't leave this space, you will arrest me for trespassing? Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Okay,
Is that okay for you?
that's what you just said.
You understand?
I am
That's
telling you,
something that you understand. Yes.
this is not a private space. This is a public. This is not the first. This is not the first. Do you have a
I
supervisor?
understand. You're being recorded. As
Yes. Do you have a supervisor?
I am the supervisor.
Is anyone
wanna
above
speak
you?
to My supervisor?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
He's gonna go get him.
Is that him behind you?
No. That's somebody
Okay.
else.
Yeah. Can you get your supervisor because you're completely wrong.
Am I?
You're completely wrong. This is a public space.
How do you understand this?
Because first of all, you cannot trespass anyone from a public space unless they've broken the law. I haven't
Okay.
broken the law. All I'm doing is simply observing public employees during the course of their duties. The courts have established that we can do that.
Okay.
All right.
So if you know the law, right? You understand the law?
I
You
understand
you
some
understand
basic rights.
trespassing,
Yes,
right? You understand trespassing?
Okay.
You understand it, right?
I understand trespassing.
Okay.
But what you
So
fail
I'm giving
to,
you another warning.
But
okay?
what you
another warning I'm issuing you right now is that you can't be on this lot.
But what-
okay?
what you-
Otherwise, we're gonna lock you up for trespassing.
okay, well, I'm going to
You're
speak
gonna
with
be
your
on.
supervisor. I'm going to speak with your supervisor.
Apparently, he wants to talk to you because you're
May I speak with you?
in the uniform.
Are you his supervisor?
Who?
Is he your supervisor?
Which one? Which one are you?
I'm
referring
the one in the plain clothes. Yeah. Who is your supervisor?
to? He's in the building.
Okay,
Well, anyway.
I'll wait for him. I'll wait for him. Because you're completely wrong, sir. With all due respect, you're completely wrong. This is not the first police station I've been to.
I understand that.
All right?
Yeah.
That
What
I-
happened the last time?
I wasn't trespassed.
What happened
Actually,
the last
actually,
time you were at
the commander came and told the police officers that I had the right to be there.
Okay.
Because this is a public space.
Where was this at?
This was the one on Pulaski. I don't know what district, whatever. The one on Pulaski by before Lawrence. Yeah.
This one, I'm giving you some time.
And I've also been to the one on Milwaukee Avenue. Same thing
I'm
happened.
giving you some time.
Okay.
Now, okay.
All right. So maybe this will be an opportunity for you to get educated.
Educated.
Yes, that members of the public can be on public property.
So what is your main goal right now?
Because I
What
just
is your
told you,
goal?
I am documenting matters of public interest.
Why?
Right?
For what?
I publish it on my channel. I have a channel where I publish stories. So I get a content for a story and I publish it on my channel. That's what I'm doing.
Right.
So does that
It makes no sense to me. No, it doesn't.
Okay.
But, I mean, I guess if someone wants to watch this, I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. It's boring to me.
Well,
I find it very boring.
there's a lot of people
Well,
that watch
anyway,
it. There's a lot of people
whatever you wanna do.
there's a lot of people that care about what government does.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Huh?
Right?
All right, buddy.
You can't trespass me from public property, man. You need to learn the law. That's why I do what I do. What's your name? What's your badge number? What's your badge number?
3392.
I appreciate it. Every one of you needs to be educated that this is public property. Taxpayers have a right to be here and watch you and all of you during the course of your duties.
Yes, during the course of our duty.
Exactly. Are you at work right now?
Yes.
Are we paying you to be at work right now?
Are you a taxpayer?
I am a taxpayer, of course. Are you a taxpayer?
Yes.
You're paying taxes off of my taxes. So technically,
How
you're
am I paying taxes off of your tax?
because you get paid by tax dollars, don't you?
So how am I paying my taxes off of your tax?
Listen, for the most part,
Okay.
if you want to walk around and do all the filming, it's all good, okay?
I appreciate that.
If the boss man said, okay, no worries.
I appreciate that. I'm glad you learned that today.
that. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
I like learning new stuff every day.
Me too. Me too. So you need to understand that we can be here,
Okay.
right? We can be here as long as we're not breaking the law. We can be here, right?
All right.
Have a good one.
Yeah,
Nice
too.
to meet you.
Enjoy.
I got a question for you.
Hang on, let me turn my camera back on.
Okay. So do you have anything to say about, I know you guys got about $300 million in overtime pay last year.
How much?
294 million to be
I
exact.
did not get much.
Did you work overtime?
I did not get paid 294.
No, I said
I did not.
the police department. The police department, right? The police department, right?
What's your question, sir?
So my question is, how do you think you guys earned that amount of money in overtime in 1 year?
How?
You know what? You can ask the mayor's office that
Right.
question, sir.
And then
That's
there's
not for me.
there are all
That's
these
It's way above me.
right, but there are all these cars here. So I'm wondering who's on the street. Who do you think is on the street when all these cars are parked here?
Police officers.
Police officers.
So where I mean, what are these cars doing here, just sitting here?
That's for the other watches.
So that means we don't need these cars, right?
All right,
No,
so
we do need it.
We don't need
Oh,
them
you know
because
what?
they're just sitting
Does your
around.
driver break down?
you are right. So if you have any other questions, I'm going to go because I got things to do too.
Take care, man. Go protect and serve, all right? Take care. Dismissed.
This video takes place outside a Chicago Police Department district, where a citizen journalist conducts a First Amendment audit and exposes just how little some officers know about public access and citizen rights. The auditor starts filming in a police parking lot, calmly explaining he's gathering content for a story about public accountability. Almost immediately, officers confront him, wrongly claiming the area is private property and threatening him with trespassing charges if he doesn't leave. The auditor stands his ground, reminding them that a police department is funded by taxpayers and every citizen has the right to observe public employees performing their duties. A heated back and forth follows as a sergeant insists it's a private lot. When challenged, he doubles down, threatening arrest until the auditor demands a higher-ranking supervisor. Eventually, the boss man confirms the truth. It's public property, and the auditor has every right to record. By the end, the same officers who tried to intimidate him admit defeat and walk away in silence. Another walk of shame caught on camera. Chicago PD officers learned a hard lesson. You can't trespass the public from public property. The Constitution doesn't stop at the station gate. Let's keep going.
The Calhoun County Sheriff's Department. So there's some kind of Sally port back here where that patrol unit just came out from. You can see right here, got two ports, port 3 and port 4. I believe that patrol unit came out of port 3. Okay, so we may get contact.
Yep, I'm right behind you. Sir, could we have a talk for a minute?
How you doing, sir?
Can you explain to me why you're video or recording when there's no recording inside the building?
How you doing?
Can you give it just a reasoning, sir? It's okay to record out here, but there's signs that say you can't go in there and do it. So can you tell me why you were violating that?
You don't want to talk to us at all? This is really pretty simple, man.
I can let you guys know I'm a citizen journalist.
Okay.
I'm gathering content for a story.
Okay.
Gathering a few pictures.
And that's fine, but we normally have procedures for when you come inside the building,
right,
and record stuff. You got to set up to come inside. Outside the building's fine.
Okay, I can remain outside the building.
Okay.
Yep, but we do need do you have your ID on you? Because the issue is when you were recording inside of visiting, that's against our rules, and now you're gonna have to be banned from inside the building. So we do need your ID. Okay? Do you have that on you, sir? Is that a yes or
I'm
no?
gonna disengage from this conversation.
Okay. So
unless am I being detained?
No, you're not being detained.
Okay, so I'm free to go?
Yeah, you're free to go. So you don't want to give us your ID? I'll call the dispatch.
Sir, we really do need to glance at your ID just so we can update our paperwork to not allow you in visitation without permission.
You suspect me of committing a crime?
Well, you were actually violating some of the inmates'
I'm doing
rights
all right. Hey, can you
by
have a seat?
taking
Could
the
I,
camera in there. Over here.
Could I get your name, officer?
Sergeant Hamilton.
Sergeant Hamilton, thank you,
Yeah.
Sergeant Hamilton.
Now, could I get some cooperation from you and be able to see your ID? Because I'm cooperating with you, sir, and trying to work with you. I'm just asking for your ID.
All right. Thanks. See ya. Like I said, man, we're trying to be decent with you. It's just.
Could I get your name?
I'm sure you
Sergeant?
Yeah, my name's Sergeant Galt.
Thank you, Sergeant Galt.
Okay, can we have your name?
You suspect me of committing a crime?
No. No, at this point we're just checking on you because it's obviously not normal to be filming the government complex, and it's a security issue. That's why we're asking. So, can you answer my question? Do you or do you not have your ID on you? Is that a yes or a no? I'll tell you what we can do, sir. If you're not going to answer my question, I can detain you.
Okay, at this point, if I'm not being detained, I'm just gonna be on my way.
So you're going to leave then? Is that what you're telling me?
Am I being detained or am I free to go? If I'm free to go, I'm gonna finish my photography work and be on my way. And
okay, and how long is that going to take? Because if it's longer than like the next 5 seconds, then you're going to be detained.
I'm going to be on my way here. I'm going to disengage from these guys. They said I'm not detained.
All right.
They're both armed. Both these officers are armed.
Yeah, and the same thing goes for the front of the court complex, okay? You hear me, sir? You can't bring any type of recording device inside the building as well. Okay? Okay.